Hello everybody, Manithral here. Welcome to the weekly update video for RS3. Now this week, don't worry OSRS people, last week there was no update, but remember that's because they are prepping for not only this week with the Twisted or the Leagues, but also they were doing their Game Jam projects as well as RS3, which speaking of Game Jam, this is the post-jam patch week. And trust me, there's a lot of patch notes to be going through today. But Game Jam is wrapping up, but here is a lot of patch notes that took through. So up first, the woodcutting wood spirits have been added to the following loot tables across the game. So I'm going to read them all to you. Normal will consist of the Lumber's Catacombs, Growling Corpse, Torso, Warp Rat, Skeleton, Warp Bat, Corpse Archer, Scoblin, Corpse Mage, Dragoth, Nern, Goblins, Lumbridge, Oak, Lumbridge Catacombs, which is also the Warp Rat, Skeleton, Warp Bat, Corpse Archer, Scoblin, Corpse Mage, Dagoth, Nern, Goblins, Lumbridge, and Goblin Raiders. Willow heads into the Rock Slug, Hamguard, Ice Warrior, Goblin Raiders, Cockatrice, and Pyre Fiend. Teak is Ice Warrior, Tortoise, Goblin Raiders, Cockatrice, Pyre Fiend, Basilisk, and Jungle Strike Worms. Maple, you have Jelly, Young Grotworm, Auroras, and Moss Giant. Cadia is Anku, Basilisk, Rotworm, Gladius, and Moss Giant. Mahogany is Anku Elite, Grotworm, Greater Demon, Corporal Beast. U has the Spiritual Ranger, Desert Strike Worms, Basilisk, Kurask, Ancient Cavern, Skeletons, and Spirits, Frost Dragons, Lava Strike Worms, Gladius, Scuteris, Capsaris, and Aurit. Magic is the Ice Strike Worm, Automaton Guardians, Mature Grotworms, Godarn Ranger, Lampin Flora, Rune Dragons, Moss Golems, Mascab Raids. Elder will consist of the Liverworts, Archerian Mammoths, Camel Warriors, Araxes, Solok, and Mascab Raids. So, in most cases, they targeted weak or less useful salvage drops to replace them with, while in a handful of case per case, they replace logs or other items such as stone spirits. So, little by little, that is going to be happening with the wood as well. But they slightly reduced the quantity of magic logs to drop by next Angel of Death. Apparently, it was dropping a little bit too many. But they did increase the quantity of the adamant stone spirit drops from the giant mole in normal and hard modes. Iron Man. The competitive group Iron Man players can now enable XP share when dungeoneering in Daemonheim. Updated the statue in the Iron Enclave with the first batch of World First. Congratulations. Added the Iron Enclave portal icon to the map and mini-map. The Iron Man plaque in Edgeville now includes Group Iron Man World First accomplishments. Competitive Group Iron Man players can now teleport to sinkholes using the right-click teleport option. The Group Iron Man storage interface now displays the group name when on mobile. Group Iron Man players should no longer see Iron Man armor pieces in wardrobe. Unfired and ready skilling urns can now be stored inside group storages. Combat adjustments to the Blood Reaver healing frequency and interaction with on-hit effects. So there is a dev note to this, and it says that they're looking to toning down the power behind the Blood Reaver. Having a strong heal tied with a low point cost led to instances where players could just endure any and all damages coming at them with little danger and no real player input. Additionally, the Reaver had taken over the Dominant Familiar when fishing for more DPS due to bug interactions with some player damage effects such as poison and god books. The Reaver will no longer apply these effects to increase the cost of choosing a Reaver as a familiar over something like a Ripper Demon. Updated the summon interface to display cooldowns. Those cooldowns are displayed in the pouch and scroll tooltips. Healing from the Blood Reaver, Unicorn, and Bunyip no longer interrupt channeled abilities, so scroll costs 12 summoning points with the Spirit Cape and 15 without one. The Blood Reaver scrolls have a 3-second cooldown now. A Blood Reaver passive skill no longer triggers effect through the player. This means it will no longer trigger poison or god books. Blood Reaver passive works in PvP as well. And another dev note is they feel like these changes are pretty light, but they're also adding some additional levers such as player facing cooldown, which they can adjust if they need to. They felt that it was important to get these out now prior to the launch of the Combat Mastery achievements in the new year. They reworked existing tank armor to give life points, boost Electro-Necromancy tank gear. They're going to be monitoring that, especially with such gear such as like the Crypt Bloom. The Altar of War will now reset the cooldown of the power burst of Vitality Potions if the player's last strong power burst was a power burst of Vitality. This will require an ability cooldown reset unlocked from War's shop to be unlocked before the power burst will be reset. Fix a number of edge cases where the dive and bladed dive abilities were not displaying their correct target options. Halloween, they updated the Bone Brooch description in Reynolds' Reward Shop at the Harvest Hollow, as the transmog item does not work in the wilderness. Fix an issue with some Maze heads missing blocking. Wildstalker helmet and the antique duelist cap can no longer be used to transform into the commemorative statue in Harvest Hollow. Keepsake outfits should now correctly count as spooky when trying to complete the Field of Screams. General added Primal Metal and Surface Daemonheim ores to Quick Chat. Fixed the Protean Shakes and Unstable Protean Shakes being usable in free-to-play. Creature-specific wildcards are now correctly sent to the bank instead of inventory. Following the feedback, the scruffy note found within the Scabarite Cave has now been added to the Master Quest Cape. Move the dedicated Slayer aura, all 5 tiers, from being a combat aura to now be a skilling aura as it was pre-2019. Note that they felt that it being a combat aura isn't the best place for it to be. All other combat auras have the same effect on the act of combat itself, whereas the Slayer aura gives a chance at not reducing your Slayer count, which leads to a longer task. Therefore, the results are more Slayer XP, as this does not count towards your combat prowess, it only affects the XP you get from the skill. The skilling section feels more appropriate for them. Personally, I'd say just combat. Fix an issue that awarded players with the incorrect amount of secondary XP when crafting various items. Fix an issue that refunded players with the incorrect amount of coins for their completion escaped after the rework. This fix will affect only players that didn't log in since then. Fix an issue where the player in the Risen Walk animation override active was unable to move after replaying the Death of Chivalry cutscene using the Skull of Remembrance. Karasi's sword can once again be reclaimed for the commander tier after the player has keepsake the sword. Fix the typo in the Wilderness Flash event broadcast message. The buy limit no longer disappears when switching tabs in the Grand Exchange. Calgarian Nodes Part 4 can now be dropped on the floors 46 and 47 of Daemonheim. The Music Maestro achievement is now completed without a relog if a new song is unlocked after login. Ellen Anterth and Minerva have finally reached level 99 in Necromancy and are once again wearing their max capes. Updated Hannibus's model and animations with the Fate of the Gods quest. Adjusted the Slayer XP Osseous rewards when the relevant tasks to be more in line with other Rex Matriarch bosses. Premier membership tokens can now be added to the currency pouch. The Holy Knight Sword and the Offhand have been added to the Premier Tokens store in the Weapon tab. Fix an issue that made the Ode to Deceit appear invisible when using the Wardrobe Override. Fix an issue that blocked players from interacting with the Divination Wisp diagonally. And there is going to be a Black Friday membership offer, so that is something to kind of check out. You can get a bumper package of 57 days of membership via the web store for £16, which is $22 USD, and I'm not sure what that is, but it's $20 from them. Check out the seasonal offer category on the website store and get more into the game. This membership offer is only available via the web store and not available via mobile. So once the 57 days of membership runs out, of course, it'll be recurring 1 month membership. Chat log. On November 29th, there's a JMod stream with the JVM God Wars set to start at 1700 game time. Then we have the Treasure Hunter calendar. So starting on the 26th and ending the 30th is the Potion Pandemonium. As you can hear, there is some new Faded Vials and Shrouded Veils, as well as a Batnado teleport to kind of flush out that spooky season as it comes to an end. Community, we have the Super Cow, Discreet Cow is their name, but they have IGN as Super Cow Calcatus, with some alchemical moonstone jewelry. Looks pretty cool. And then Ariaton showing their character with an axe and looking pretty awesome. Going down to the Dagonoth Kings while playing through the Blood Runs Deep. Pretty awesome. And I_DPS and the team run Masterclass on Solak. And it looks like they have at least a 152.8. So do check that out. That is pretty... I don't know if that's really good or not, but that sounds absolutely amazing. And then we have a Solak log, so the journey, and this is coming from Omid. So check out Omid's little video here about this journey going against Solak. Then we have some Scaper screenshots. Up first, we have Peppy Spot and team combined against the Oseus. And then Jay Sindab is going for a little bit of a sled ride. And we have some Pink Skirt player events. Up first, we have the Megaduck runs hosted by Jen, Megaduck, and Icy Love. Friday, November 29th at 1900 game time. Location is Fowler Park, World 39. FC is Megaduck. Then we have Next Angel of Death, hosted by Pippi Spot and the Boss Guild. Saturday, November 30th at 2000 game time. Location God Wars Dungeon, Ancient Prison, World 88. FC is Boss Guild. And then a learner-friendly Solak, hosted by Epic Smoke and Solak Discord. Friday, November 29th at 2100 game time. Location is the Lost Grove, World 23. And as always, there's a ton of Pink Skirt player events going on, so do check those out. But there's also a community spotlight of the PvP platform, well, PV platform. But this is PvP events each month. So up first, they have a Castle Wars Legacy Chaos. So they just say, just no rock launching, please. 1 billion prize split between the winning team. Where is the Castle Wars lobby? World 25. When is Tuesday, November 26th at 1900 game time. And the only rule is no catapults. Then you have the Fight Pit Frenzy. So it says, bring whatever you'd like to fight with. Last man standing gets bragging rights as well as a fancy roll and emoji in the PV platform server. Whereas it is a horror Fight Pits, World Lobby, World 35. When is Saturday, November 30th at 1900 game time. Then there's the Master Hide and Seek, which I forgot about that one, but that is an awesome mini game. 2 hiders, each with 2 locations, for a total of 4 hiding spots. GP prizes to the first successful seekers of each location. Where is a meetup at the Birthstone Lodestone, World 45, and that'll be Sunday, December 1st at 1800 game time. And that's actually it for this week, guys. Next week, I'm not sure what's all coming, but I know the woodcutting and fleshing coming. There's all sorts of things coming. And if you're an OS player this week, we get the new leaks. So that'll be it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later, guys.